Hey guys, it's me Livy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a video explaining 15 things I knew before I went into middle school. This is going to be like a tips video for any 6th graders that are starting school soon, or if you're like in 7th or 8th grade and you just want like free tips that you probably already know, then feel free to watch. I am going into my last year of middle school, so I'm kind of experienced, but I know like a lot of important things that I want to share with you guys. Also, I just want to make a quick little appreciation that we're about to hit 500 subscribers. This was my goal. I just want to say I can't believe you guys helped me get there within 2 to 3 days. You guys are amazing, and I can't wait to keep uploading more and more content for you guys and just building our family. So if you're new, welcome to the family. Number one tip I wish I knew is that you don't need a lot of friends in middle school, if I have to be honest. You can have like a little group of friends, or you can have multiple friend groups. You don't need to be super popular and have like a lot of friends. It doesn't even make you that cool. When I was in like 5th grade and like going into 6th grade, I was like so afraid, and I thought that I was gonna be like unpopular if I didn't have like any friends, and I wanted to be friends with like all the cool people. But now that really doesn't matter. You need to find people that match you and that you get along with. You need to find people that actually like you and like to be around you, because trust me, you don't want to be with people that don't want to be around you. It's going to make you feel really bad. Also, you can be well known, but you don't have to be popular, and you don't have to do like things to make you popular. For example, everybody in my like grade knows me, but I'm not like popular. But if like somebody asked who I was, they would like know who I am, if that makes any sense. So I'm just saying, like, you guys don't need to be popular or have like a lot of friends, because it can be stressful sometimes. Having a lot of friends will create a lot of drama. I'll get into the drama part soon. Okay, so number 2 is try and be nice to your teachers like your entire time you're in middle school, because me personally, I am sometimes a disrespectful student. If I notice a teacher isn't treating me right, then I kind of talk back to them. I can admit it, like I don't really like teachers. I just want to let you guys know that this is really important, because this is something that I missed out on, and I'm probably gonna like continue to do it if I don't fix myself. All they're trying to do is teach you. They don't care about like your personal life or anything. But unless you do really have just a truly mean teacher who like actually doesn't try with you, it depends. But like if you've had incidents with like a certain teacher and they're not really like changing or seem like they want to help you, then they're probably like a toxic teacher. But most of the time, you just need to be respectful and kind. If you show them that you're focused, then you will most likely get on their good side. Number 3 is one of the most important ones, but please manage your time and put your homework first. This is really important. I understand if you procrastinate, because in 7th grade, I had a really bad procrastinating problem. Every night when I got home, I would like not do my homework. I always wanted to go out. I didn't do like the stuff that I was supposed to do. But trust me, I promise you, it is not the end of the world if you put your homework first, because you will fail the class. If you're an incoming 6th grader, I just want to let you know that if you have missing assignments, that's going to have a huge impact on your grade. You're going to take off a lot of points, and it can make your grade drop down like 2 letter grades. Please like turn in your work, make sure you're giving yourself enough time for homework, and take breaks. I remember I made a like tips for studying video and like how I study. You guys should go check it out, because I did give some studying tips in that video if you're also like a person that needs studying tips. Schoolwork is really important. Even like if it's not for a grade, you should still do it just in case. You never know. So this one you guys are going to get told constantly, because it's actually like kind of bad if you don't listen. But make sure you have good hygiene, please. I know you're going to come across some people that are going to smell super bad at school. Please just wear deodorant. A lot of people think that perfume is going to help you smell good. And yeah, that's true. I mean, perfume will help you smell good, but you need to at least wear both. Putting perfume under your armpits doesn't make sweat go away. Sweat tends to have like a bad smell to it, kind of like an odor. So if you're walking around and you don't have deodorant on, people will notice if you're really close to them, or if you're in a crowded hallway. Like this happens to me all the time, but I smell people who don't have deodorant, and this makes people really mad. This is like a really big pet peeve of some people. So for your own like safety and like not to be embarrassed, you should wear deodorant. I'd say like a good age to start wearing it is in like 4th or 5th grade. You don't want to start wearing it too young or too old. You have to do it like right like at the start of puberty kind of. But also, it's just really important to have good hygiene. If you have your period already, make sure you're wearing like clothes that like won't make you bleed through. Make sure you're changing your pads at school. I'll make a whole different video about like how to deal with your period at school. Okay, this tip is only for 8th graders specifically, but just because I'm talking about 8th graders here doesn't mean that you 6th and 7th graders like can like start not taking things seriously. Number 5 is that 8th grade is going to be really important in middle school because it's your last year. I know that's like the main reason, but it determines on which classes you're going to go into in high school. I know you might be thinking that you shouldn't stress so much about it, but you really like should. Just be aware at least. You don't want to get into like bad classes. It'll help you like determine like where you like fit best in like your education wise. So please take 8th grade seriously. I'm not saying that other grades are less important, but I'm just saying that like 8th grade is going to be like your top priority. So you're going to like make sure that you have a good reputation, you have good grades, you're doing your schoolwork, stuff like that. Just keep trying your best. 6th and 7th grade help you get into 8th grade. So that's why I'm saying this, is because 6th and 7th grade are still important. Also, this is like behavior wise, but try not to get in trouble so much in 8th grade. If you get in trouble a lot, you might want to try and like calm it down, try and focus on yourself and make sure that you're like being good. It's okay to get in trouble obviously every once in a while, but if you're like kind of like a bad student, then you might want to try and like mature a little bit, no offense, because also your 8th grade teachers are going to tell your high school teachers what you're like so they can know what to expect. So I'm just saying like 8th grade is really important. That's like one of the most important tips I'm giving you guys. Some of these next few tips are going to be for like my worried like upcoming 6th graders. This is just assuring you and telling you what to expect. By the end of 6th grade or by the end of 7th grade, if you're like transferring or something, like it doesn't matter what grade, but if you're like really worried about like middle school, I just want to tell you guys that like by the end of the school year, you're going to be so comfortable. You're going to know what to expect the next year. When I was in 6th grade, I like automatically just like was a pro like at the end of the school year. I just knew everything from like being there for a full year. So I'm just telling you guys, like, trust me. It's hard to explain, but do you guys know what I mean? Like, you're gonna know how middle school works, basically. So don't stress about, like, not knowing anything. Number 7 is that this one is really underrated. I noticed that a lot of people don't really talk about this one, but memorizing your locker combination and locker number is so important. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. I don't know if your guys' school has this rule, but my school has this rule where you can't bring your backpack to gym class, so you have to put it in your locker. They don't care if you don't really know your locker combination. You have to do something with it. You can't put it anywhere else. You can get in trouble for that. So I'm also just saying this because I know you're gonna eventually figure out like how to get all your stuff together for classes, like between like passing periods. When I was in like 6th grade, my mom bought me this lock from Walmart, and like I kind of learned how to like use a locker combination. So I would suggest like practicing if you're not very good with like locks. I had a lot of issues. I would constantly come to class late because I couldn't open my locker. I would also constantly have to ask to go to my locker too. You need to know how to work a locker, and you need to know where your locker's at, because some people don't use their lockers at all, and that's fine. If you do use it, you need to like really know like how to prioritize and like manage it. This one is going to be like a basic tip, but please be nice to everyone and don't start drama. Please, like, it is so important. I promise you. You need to be careful around people, and you need to be careful of what you say around people. If you're talking about somebody that you don't like, you need to make sure that they're not going to tell them. Just be careful of that, or just don't talk about somebody at all. Like, literally, it's not that hard. But if you're like a gossiper, you need to make sure that you're like around the right people. I've had like a bunch of like people who I thought were my friends tell the person what I said. Just be nice to people. Like, in middle school, there's literally no point of starting drama. You're not gonna look cool. People are gonna start taking sides, and honestly, I'm gonna say it, but people will most likely not be on your side if you started something. Starting drama will literally get you nowhere. There's literally no point of it, and at the end of every school year, you just have to learn to like forgive and forget about something. I know it can be hard. I personally hold grudges against people sometimes, like depending on what they did. I'm just gonna say it, hot take. You also need to just learn to like also not care what people think. Start working on your like mentality, because that's gonna be something you start worrying about if you don't already worry about it. Honestly, at the end of the day, there's no point of drama. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't benefit you. It just has no purpose. It doesn't like get you anywhere in life. Number 9 is honestly something I personally struggle with and I wish I knew. But please, please, please join a sport, a club, an extracurricular, curricular. Just join something that you feel confident in, because there are so many benefits to joining like something before or after school. Just like doing something in middle school is going to help you make so many friends. Let's say for example it's a sport, you guys have that like love of the sport in common. I've seen a lot of girls in my grade get closer and they weren't like friends before, but they got closer because of like a sport or like a club that they did together. So I would personally suggest, like, also if you're really nervous about like joining something, don't be. Like, literally just have confidence. You never know, you could end up loving it and you need to try something new. I'm not athletic, I'm not really into anything, and I just wish that I like joined stuff more. So it'll also help you like find your hobbies, and you could learn more about yourself and kind of just like discover who you are. So this is like one of the most important tips I'm like gonna give you guys. Sorry guys, I needed Vaseline. I noticed my lips were like really dry in this video. But number 10 is another reassuring tip for anybody that needs it. Please do not stress about where your classes are. You will literally know where everything is by the end of the week. It's only like if you keep memorizing your schedule and like the classroom numbers, you will literally know where everything is. Just like keep looking at your schedule like the first few days. I honestly got my classes right away, and when I went to 6th grade orientation, I like practiced going to my classes too. So if you keep practicing and looking at your schedule like constantly, you will like literally know where everything is like within like a few days, or literally the end of like your first week. And if you're like a forgetful person, you might want to keep it like on you throughout the first day. But yeah, number 11, this personally gives me the ick and I want to like address it. But please do not act like super grown up, especially like if you know that you're like too young to be acting like this. For example, if you wear like a full face of makeup and you're in 6th grade, girls will most likely call you out for that because you're a little young to be wearing that much makeup. I only wore like mascara and that was it. 7th grade, I started wearing a little bit more. But I just say in 6th grade, like, stay away from wearing so much makeup. Only do, like, a little bit. And also, some people get, like, disgusted and annoyed if you act, like, grown up. Or if you wear, like, revealing clothes or something. Like, some people don't like that. But obviously, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I'm just saying, sometimes acting grown up, like, isn't a good thing. And I know we all want to be cool when we're in middle school. Trust me, I've been there. But please do not take it overboard, because it will come to people's attentions. I'm sorry if that was like rude, but I just wanted to like let you guys know, because some girls like don't really know how to act their age. This one is also underrated. A lot of people don't talk about it, but when you're in middle school, your mental health will really start to go down. And if it doesn't, you're actually lucky. A lot of people start struggling with mental health and developing like learning delays or like disorders and stuff. Because honestly, middle school, I can't even explain it. I don't know if your mom or your sister told you, but everything is going to change and feel super different. And I'm not trying to scare you guys. This video is like trying to be like the complete opposite of that. But honestly, there's going to be so much that you will go through. School is going to stress you out. You're going to worry about your friends and drama. You're going to worry about like dating. You're going to worry about like a bunch of stuff. You need to prioritize yourself also. Make sure that you're feeling okay and doing okay. If you need like professional help, don't be afraid to seek it. I know everybody says that, and I'm not trying to sound like that one person. But honestly, like, mental health is so important. Nowadays, like, it's becoming really serious. So you need to, like, make sure that you're aware of, like, your feelings. And I know that sounds, like, really childish, but it's genuinely true. Like, handling your emotions, you should, like, find solutions on that. I'm not gonna get into that stuff. I'm just, like, kind of letting you guys know. Number 13 is something that I'm probably gonna get hate for. It's a little controversial. It's kind of confusing because I said something different in the beginning of the video. But basically, I just want to let you guys know that grades are not even that important in middle school. Like, I'm sorry to all those people who think that they are, but no offense, they're really not that serious. And when you go into high school, they're not going to be looking at your middle school grades. I've heard that like middle school grades technically count as elementary grades, so don't stress too much. I know you should obviously work hard. I'm not telling you guys that. Like, please do not blow off your homework just because your grades aren't that important. At the time they are, but I just want you to like sometimes like secretly remind yourself that you shouldn't like throw away your entire mental health and destroy yourself all because of a bad grade that you got. Sometimes I worry about my grades, but then I have to remind myself that they're not always gonna like stick with you. Also, an important thing that I want to like tell you guys, it's kind of like an affirmation, but your grades literally do not define who you are. Nobody is going to look at your grades and like think about if you're a kind or a mean person. Your grades are literally just like your brain. It doesn't matter. Like, your feelings and your brain are like completely different things. So honestly, they do not define you, and you shouldn't like take your whole mental health down because of it. Grades are important in a way, but they're also not. I'm just telling you guys, they're not as important as high school grades. I kind of just wanted to throw this one in here, but I also think it's important. I'm pretty sure half of the population hates school. So if you're one of those people out of the whole population, I just want to say that it's important to find little ways to romanticize school, whether it's like vlogging at school, looking forward to planning outfits, stuff like that, like little things like that. Getting cute school supplies. They don't have to be like academically like related, because that's like the worst part. You could literally just come to school and like know that you have something to look forward to. Yeah, I just gave like a whole bunch of other examples. You're gonna need it on those days that you feel down and you feel like everything is worthless, or you're just so done with school, like you just literally cannot. You could find like little ways to make it more fun for yourself. And finally, number 15 is please do not be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help is super important, and I know a lot of like people have social anxiety. I am one of those people. I literally like struggled on asking for help. I would sit in my seat and be like scared to even ask to go to the bathroom. So I just want to tell you guys that you can break through the shell. You can do it. You can push yourself to talk to adults. You got this. But do not be afraid to ask for help, because that's their job. They're going to help you the best they can. And if you're not finding help from your teachers, always try and find like a tutor or a friend who can help you, or your parents if they like know what kind of homework you're doing and they can like give you the answer sometimes. That's something that I kind of shadowed away. It's just so important. Please just listen to all these tips, guys. Like, they're really important. If you want, you can jot down like a list to keep these in mind. But I think this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was like kind of like tough to like sit through. I feel like whenever I'm like making videos where I just sit down and talk to you guys, I have to like change positions because it gets kind of boring every once in a while. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're an incoming 6th grader, I really hope that you take these like advice that I gave you and take it seriously, because I'm not just saying these are gonna help you. Anyways, I love you guys so much. If you're going into school soon, I really hope that you will have a good year, and I wish you the best luck. Also, I know it's a little bit early to be making school videos. I just like felt like making a video like this. Bye. Mwah.